Arirang Radio.
It's time to tune in and discover the best of K-pop and Korean culture on Radio News. Welcome back. The second half is going to be filled with a music therapy session called Final Pick. And for this one, we're going to be joined by AleXa and VINCI of HORI7ON. Welcome!
Hello.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hello, what's up?
What's up?
What's up? Well, anyway, say hi to the listeners, please.
Hello, listeners. We are VINCI.
What is it? You are AleXa?
You know what? I guess it's about time you guys come up with a proper team name.
A VINCI.
VINCI.
VINLEXA. That sounds like
Sounds like a high-end fashion brand name.
Car
Oh, that sounds like medicine to me. If
Interesting.
sounds
We're
like
reminded
a
of
car.
different car.
you're suffering from major science
VINLEXA.
college, ask your doctor about VINLEXA.
Sounds like it too. And wow, VINCI, I guess, starting from today.
A VINCI,
Sure,
VINLEXA. Let's
They
vote
got
on
themselves a name, VINCI. And who are you, ma'am?
I'm the part of Da Vinci.
that. Sadly, I took most of the name, and my whole name is in the name.
Yeah.
So I'm VINCI.
She's
and
in charge of being the
AleXa.
A.
She's
I'm the
All
At
right.
least you're the first letter. Congratulations.
Welcome. And Inchi. All right. Anyway, you know what? Today is Teachers' Day.
Wow.
Hello,
Whoa.
teachers. Congratulations.
Yay.
I mean, like, celebrating you.
Yay.
Yes. What do you say when you celebrate people?
I don't know.
Happy Teachers Day. I
You know
guess.
what? Since it's Teachers' Day today, why don't we share some memories related to teachers? Were there any memorable teachers from the past?
Oh yes, my teachers call me Gabrielle, my actual
Yeah.
first name, and that's the only people who can call me that are my teachers.
Oh.
If my friends call me that, I'm like, we're not close. Don't call me that. Don't call me Gabrielle. You're not my English teacher, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, one memorable thing about Teachers Day in the Philippines though is we celebrate it a lot, and you know what they do is they go to the faculty room and then they tell the teacher, my classmates are fighting.
Yeah, there's a
And
fight
then
or something,
There's
yeah.
a fight going on, and then they come back and then surprise, Happy Teachers Day.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the common surprise.
Wait, so
gift.
what did you guys do to actually celebrate that day, though? Did you guys prepare some sort of gift for it?
Yeah, like sometimes we prepare letters individually and we give it to the teacher, and
Sweet.
sometimes we might, pitch in some money mula and buy some cake, like just a small little cake that only students can afford.
But still, all those
humble
beautiful
cake.
memories. Thank you so much for
Yes.
sharing. And what about you, AleXa?
Yeah, I mean, I think the teachers that were the most influential in my life were probably my theater and choir teachers back in high school, because they encouraged me to keep going in the creative field, because originally I was also on my school's POM team, which is like competitive dance mixed with cheerleading-ish, and I hated that. And it conflicted a lot with what I wanted to do for theater and for like show choir and everything. And my teachers were always like, well, you need to like stick to doing what you want to do. You have a path in life. And
She's English.
No, she's very southern. She spoke like this. Her name is Miss Hester. Julie Hester. Hello, Julie. The camera's not on.
Hello, Julie, if you're listening.
But anyways, they were always very encouraging for me to follow what I wanted to do, and eventually that led to me pursuing a career in performance. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, me, I go way back when I was still 15, when I was still in my junior high, and my teacher's name was Mr. Brooker, and he taught science back in the days. And what I remember about him is he was one of the most heartwarming teacher I've ever seen or learned in through my entire life. So what he's done for me in the past is to prevent racial discrimination. For information, there was this kid, Mike. Always bullied me.
Mike.
On my way to school all the way down to when I got back to my home, he was always there to bully me diligently on a daily basis.
Mike, stop it.
Stop it.
Anyway.
Stop.
Anyway, he was always there to like take care of me. Other people were making fun of me or like bullying me and all that. So all thanks to him. And I remember one more teacher from high school. That's when I came back to Korea, and he hated me. Literally hated
you.
me.
A teacher hated you?
Really. And there was this community for the teacher on there's this website to for the teachers who taught in that school that I graduated. That's the high school. And I recently saw a post uploaded by
A forum
him.
post?
It was from like 5 years ago. And there on the post he said, I still remember this kid.
Oh
Sam.
my.
He
holds
was such a
grudges.
huge pain in my butt. And I remember those days. I felt like I was doomed, and I'm so glad he's not around me anymore.
What did you do to him?
And to prevent from our school having students like him, we should try to come up with more laws to keep it more organized.
What did you do in school
What-
to make this
what
person
did you
hate
do
you that
to-
much?
Yeah.
I know, right?
I'm very
And when I was
confused.
reading that
I'm
post,
confused.
I literally burst into laughter. I was like, this is how much this dude hated me.
For no reason.
For no reason?
There were reasons.
Was it
though.
racially motivated?
No, nothing to do with that because
Oh.
I was Korean. And I mean, I was going to Korean school then, and it had nothing to do with the racial thing. So what happened is I knew my dream, right? Ever since I was 17, I knew what I wanted to do with my life. So I tried to persuade all the teachers to not disturb me when I study music during your class, and
Got the
that's
earphones
the
on.
beginning of everything.
I see.
that's
Grudges
such a
are
good-
held.
You know
A
what?
forum
Maybe
post.
I should pay him a visit real soon.
Hello.
Hello, your
Hello,
worst
dear old
nightmare is
friend.
back, sir.
I'm back. I saw your online post. Very
could you?
intriguing.
That's funny. That's funny.
Anyway, that was my memory. Guys, if you have anything more to share about your, well, memories related to your teachers from the past or could be your present teacher, let us know through YouTube live chat. And with that, shall we explain what this segment is all about for the listeners, Mr. V?
Yes, this is called Final Pick, where you send in messages and we read them for you, and we suggest songs that goes with it. And yeah, I hope we all enjoyed some music therapy.
Yay! Now, shall we get to the first message right away?
Yes, this is
Sir?
from Sum Love Sum. Hello, Samuel, Alexa, and Vinci. I'm currently in a relationship, but I'm having trouble because our personalities don't match. Especially when we argue, I'm the type who wants to solve the problem right away, but my boyfriend wishes to avoid the situation. He just tries to get out of the situation somehow, often by making unnecessary jokes. Annoyingly, I enjoy his sense of humor, so even though I find his jokes irritating, I end up laughing. But nothing gets resolved this way. This pattern keeps repeating, and it's starting to frustrate me. I want to have a serious discussion with my boyfriend about this issue, but whenever I try to bring it up, he keeps on talking about the other things. I'm getting tired of it. How can I approach the situation with my boyfriend? Have any of you experienced something similar in a relationship?
Well, I mean, avoidant types, yes, when it comes to conflict or a discussion that needs to be had. Yeah, I've dated people that were avoidant and they just didn't want to talk about it. But I mean, they wouldn't make jokes, but like they would just be like, "Oh, like today's not a good day." And I'm like, "I know your schedule. What do you mean today's not a good day?" Like,
I mean, at least the dude is trying to laugh his way out of this conflict, so that's a good thing. In my personal opinion, it's way better than keep the situations real serious, you know? Yeah, I know.
It depends on the problem in
Yeah.
hand, because sometimes you should not laugh in some certain situations, but I do get
we
the...
both keep looking at the camera. Like,
I am not looking at anything right now. Yeah, I should just look at the people in here. You know, it's my first audio radio show, so it's very, intriguing for me. But yeah, I mean, what was I on about? What was I
you
on?
shouldn't laugh at certain people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I shouldn't. Yeah, it's just, broadcast stuff. We look at the red light. We love the red light.
We love the red light.
We love the red light.
But red light, red flag. Could this be a red flag?
Oh. Segue.
We're so good at segues.
Wait, so what's the point you want to make about this?
I'm trying. Okay. I was just trying to say that it's. I just winked at you guys if you didn't know what happened. I'm just trying to say that if
Yeah.
What was it again? Oh, don't laugh at certain
Yes.
Right, right, right.
situations.
Don't laugh at certain
Because, you know,
situations.
sometimes they can treat it as like, you're not taking this seriously. Like, why are you laughing at this type of situation? But I do get that sometimes, you know, you need that little, you know,
Lightheartedness.
sarcastic white lie laugh so you can make the things lighter. But not,
Right.
of course, you should still resolve it. But then the problem here is after they joke, after the boyfriend jokes, it's like, game over. It's done. It's
Yeah.
done.
How do things get resolved? That's a real question.
Yeah, it's the resolvement that's the problem.
Sometimes maybe he's not used to trying to solve problems, especially the conflicts between a relationship, I guess. So it may be great to for you guys to share some wise words for this guy actually on how to communicate well with other people, I guess.
Well,
For me,
How do you guys solve a question? A problem?
solve a problem.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it depends on each person. For me, because as a leader, some people can take criticism well,
Right.
and some don't, and they take it as an attack most of the time. And you don't want those, you know, those aggravated moments with them. So you want to, I don't know. You just have to really learn a person first to understand how to manage problems with them, because it depends on each person. For me, it's not like I'm not the type to just always solve it and what's this again, confront them directly. Sometimes maybe I'm the one who needs to be confronted, because I'm not really always the type to be straightforward.
What about you, Alexa?
I mean, it really just depends on the severity of the issue at hand, because if it's something like, bruh, you didn't call me back like 5 minutes after I called you, then it's like, bruh, chill.
Yeah.
But if it's like, hey, you've ghosted me for like 3 days,
Yeah.
then maybe it's time to, you know, have a serious
talk.
conversation. Yeah.
Well, Sum, if you're listening to this show right now, let us know what exactly is going on between you and him so that we can give you a little better advice for your current situation. And meanwhile, we're going to recommend you a song first, starting with VINCI.
Yes, this song is called Joker featuring Jamie by Big Naughty. And I think it just works because...
I guess the name says it all.
Yeah, they're joking. Everyone's joking, and he's joking. So I hope you relate to this song.
Okay,
He's
what
a
about you?
joker.
What about you, Alex?
I brought in the song Cheshire by ITZY, because the lyrics are like, you know, hey, why so serious? Like, okay, sing. Okay, sing. There's something where, but like, don't think about things too seriously. Nothing's wrong, right? So that's kind of like your boyfriend's. I keep looking at the camera.
Look at the camera.
It's like that's probably your boyfriend's mindset. You know, he wants to take things lightly, kind of be playful like a Cheshire cat, but also not everything needs to be serious. But you know, sometimes the cat needs to be trained.
Sometimes it can get serious.
Yeah.
All right, with that, we are going to have a listen to these two songs and come back for more. We're going to begin with Big Naughty with Joker featuring Jamie, chosen by VINCI, followed by ITZY with Cheshire, chosen by AleXa. Welcome back. Hope you guys enjoyed the songs recommended by our amazing guests, AleXa and VINCI. We just heard Big Naughty with Joker featuring Jamie and ITZY with Cheshire. And guys, I believe by now a lot of opinions about the previous messages flooding in through YouTube live chat. But since we have loads more to cover, we're gonna make our way into the second message. And this time, AleXa is gonna read it.
Okay.
Bless us with your God heavenly light voice, please.
Oh, that's a descriptor for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so this comes from Jong99. And they say, hello, I have a really close friend. We've known each other for about 10 years now and have become even closer as we like the same K-pop artist. However, the problem is that our tastes overlap because we like the same person. Gag. We both work part-time together, and there's a guy we met there. I was interested in him too, but my friend also likes him. She even said, I really like that guy. You'll help me out, right? But I couldn't say, oh, but I like him too. If I had said it then, maybe it would have been better. Because as time went by, my feelings for him deepened, but my friend started to like him even more as well. Eventually, my friend told him that she likes him, but he rejected her, saying that he likes someone else. However, this is getting juicy. However, recently he told me that he likes me. So I don't know what to do. I do like him, but my friend is going to be so upset. It makes me feel terrible to think about dating him. what should I do? I want to hear your opinions.
You guys ever experienced this kind of situation?
That's a big conflict.
It is.
No, my tastes differ greatly from my friends, so I never have had this problem.
Okay. I actually had the same problem when I was young, actually.
Oh.
Yes. And I happened to be this person's friend position. So what happened is there was this person that both of us got in love with when we were so young. That was way back, more than a decade ago. So anyway, what happened is I confessed my mind. Hey, I think I have a feeling for you, so can I ask you out? And she was like, no, I'm in love with your friend now. And I was like,
She said that to your face.
yeah.
In your face.
But she said that to not offend our relationship.
Right.
So I didn't take any offense. And I said, well, okay, that's cool. Have fun with him. And hope the relationship works out fine. And they're still dating up until now.
Okay.
Wow.
And nowadays, I'm starting to making fun of them is because up until now, you guys still didn't get married. How come?
Yeah, if it's been...
It's been more than a decade and they're still not married.
not
And I'm
married.
like, you guys are getting old. Isn't it about time you should get married to each other? And
I
they're
still
like,
have commitment issues.
you know what? I don't know. It's going to take some more time. And they're like,
Well, how much more time do you need? That's a
I
decade.
know, right?
Saving money, maybe.
Right. Maybe
Save
that
them.
could be the
But
case.
you can... There's like certain things you get when you're married.
Right.
Like certain insurance policies. So, you know?
True.
Trust me, I look into things. What's going to save me money when I married? So, you know...
But the point I want to make about this person's concern is nothing's going to change as long as that friend of yours takes it cool. So first off, maybe you should try to tell your friend that he's in love with you or he has a feeling for you first off to check if your friend is getting offended or not. And then if that person get offended, well, why don't you give up on that new relationship between you and him, I guess. Just try to keep that friendship.
I was going to say, to touch on that, the camera's not on. I was about to look at it.
Yeah.
But honey, baby, no man is ever worth losing a friend, especially one that's been over a decade. No man is ever worth it. But at the same time, you did have genuine feelings for this guy. But kind of like what Sam said, have a discussion with your friend. You know, see if they're all right with it. Because if they are, cool. But if they're strictly against it, then I was going to say so. Don't talk to this guy. Yeah. I can't swear on here.
Yeah. I think the bottom line is just don't do things behind your friend's back.
Yeah.
Because you've been friends for 10 years, so that trust is probably there. And if you break it, that's going to be a bigger conflict than this one, which is not some conflict you would want to have.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, yeah, there's no camera. I'm sorry.
Keep looking.
Yeah.
There's one more thing I found interesting about this message is they met through this same K-pop star they fell in love with in the first place, right? So I believe they met at a fan club.
Maybe.
I assume.
Maybe they met at a concert or a fan meeting or like a little like random dance play that might have happened.
This is what I was always curious about. How deep is the friendship in terms of like in terms of the members in a fan club?
Well, I never belonged to a fan club, but I will say back when I was just on like
Well, but you and I, we both belong to the Maggots in the
Yeah,
past.
that's true,
So
that's true,
yeah,
that's
that's
true.
also a fandom.
that's true.
And we're loyal to each other, so I guess it's a different case. But still, it's not like we fell in love with the members and tried to.
Corey Taylor. Ooh.
Right, we just fell in love with the
But I mean, when I was just on casual social media back when I was just a K-pop fan,
Yeah.
you know, it's like it's never like there was like any animosity, at least at the time, because I was a really big fan of 17 something back in the day, and there's always like, you know, fan Selka days where you upload.
Oh, yes.
Things.
Yes.
And so, you know, typically if I was a stan of someone and I was friends with other stans of that same member, you know, we'd hype each other up, be like, oh, girl, you look so good. Oh, dude, you look so handsome today. Like, you know, it was friendly back then. Nowadays, I don't know.
I know, right? Because the
Nowadays,
question
it's
I
rough.
wanted to ask was, should this kind of relationship be considered a friendship? Is because I think it's more like a friend with same interest, if you know what I mean.
Well, I would say that if they were like long distance friends, maybe different countries, different states, but they work together. So it's a real life friendship. That's the thing. Like I have friends in other countries, other states, but like in real life, that's a bit different.
Okay, interesting. Well, Vinci, you want to say anything more about this one?
Yeah, my friend is in that K-pop fan.
Okay.
Like in a K-pop fan club.
Okay.
And I'm sometimes surprised that they're really close, that they really go out together.
Really?
Yeah, together. Like, of course, everyone's, you know, in the same country. assuming that, then they always like go together. They even do like video chats with each other.
That's great. Yeah.
And they really interact like
Mm-hmm.
closely. They're like really close friends.
So, in your point of view, this kind of relationship should be considered a
yeah,
friendship, I
it
guess.
can
Oh,
get
yeah.
that deep.
Oh,
100%.
Interesting. Okay, thank you so much. But what's your final verdict, though? What should this person do?
Discuss it with your friend.
Talk to
And
the friend.
Alexa, just give up on that guy, and you, what's your?
Yeah, give up on prioritize the friendship
Yeah.
first. That's the number one
Okay.
priority.
Okay, thank you so much.
Friendship,
Now on to recommending songs for this one. We're gonna begin with Alexis.
Yes, I brought in the song 좋아합니다, I Like You by Day 6. Because 일단은, like, if you decide to actually, like, go big and, like, confess to the guy, you know, there's no problem with being honest. But again, talk to your friend first.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay, and what about you? Vince?
I had a really hard time.
That's why.
Yes. This is a very hard message that I encountered. So I brought in Hard by Shiny. Hard. Because they sing it like that. Hard.
I don't think I've ever heard this song before.
Oh, it goes hard.
during the chorus part. Like,
Yeah. They end the chorus with a hard. Yeah.
All right. You know what?
Goes
Well,
crazy.
you know what? Let's speak a little more about Shiny. What's your favorite song for Shiny? There are a lot, of
was
course.
that?
But
Well, I like Replay, of course.
yeah, maybe that's a great recommendation for this dude inside this person's concern story, I guess. Me personally, if I were in your shoe, I think if I were to bring a song by Shiny, I think that's gonna be View. If you guys know that. Down view. Because looking at or reading this kind of stories is really interesting. It's like looking at different people fighting each other across the river, right? That's really interesting. So in my case, I would have brought in View, but well, I think I went a little too sideways. So shall we listen to these two songs right away and come back for more, guys? All right, we're now gonna have a listen to these two songs. First off, we have a recommendation from AleXa, Day 6 with 좋아합니다, I Like You, followed by Vinci's choice with Shiny with Hard. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. We just heard Day 6 with 좋아합니다, I Like You, followed by Shiny with Hard, and we're gonna make our way into the next message sent in by 지혜 Moon. 안녕하세요 여러분, 좋은 밤 보내고 계시죠? 저는 노을이라고 해요. Hello to all of you. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. My name is 노을. And 이렇게 편지 보내는 것은 처음이라서 조금 떨리네요. I'm shaking a little bit since it's my first time sending in a letter like this. 저는 학교 때문에 부모님과 친구들에게서 떨어져 다른 도시에서 혼자 살고 있어요. I'm living in a different city because of my school, apart away from my parents and my friends. 성격이 완전 아이라서 아직도 동네에서 친구도 없거든요. Since I'm extra introverted person, I don't have any friends in my neighbor up until now. 주말만 서울에 가서 친구들이랑 놀 수 있고 다시 집에 돌아오면 너무 외로운 느낌이 들어요. So I usually feel really lonely when I come back home because weekend is the only time I get to spend time with my friends in Seoul. 여러분들 이런 혼자가 있는 느낌이 있을 때는 뭐 해요? So what do you guys usually do when you guys feel a little lonely? 저만 혼자 사는 것이 아니라 많은 사람들도 혼자 살고 있으니까 어떤 조언이 주고 싶어요? What kind of advice would you give out to people who's living all by themselves? 그리고 좋은 노래 추천해 주세요. And plus, recommend me a good song. 제 편지를 읽어주셔서 감사하고 우리 멋있는 DJ 사무엘, 아름답고 매너 있는 알렉사, 멋있고 귀여운 빈치, 앞으로도 화이팅하세요. Thank you so much for reading my letter. Thanks to our cool DJ Samuel, beautiful and well-mannered Alexa, and cool and cute VINCI. Fighting after all. Well,
You said so much fighting.
fighting.
Oh, that was so sweet.
Wait, I wonder where she get that well-mannered Alexa from.
I was like,
I mean, you are well-mannered, but
I do my
You called him Mr. when you wanted to open the door, right?
I'll elaborate.
Very
later.
well mannered.
all
Thank you.
right.
Thank you.
Anyway, about this message says, well, all three of us live alone, so I guess it's a perfect message for us. I
We
guess.
relate to it.
How did you guys first make new friends? after living on your own?
Well,
I mean, you are technically not living on your own, but
Yeah.
still, you're living in a foreign country,
yes,
in an environment where you're not used to and all that. And in the past, you briefly mentioned something about making new friends around your neighbor, like the owner of that grocery store you guys always go to. Or
Yes.
that was that
Yeah, yeah.
convenience store? was
Convenience
it?
store,
Yeah,
convenience
yeah,
store,
yeah.
Oh.
Tell us how that happened in the first place once again for this one.
Well, when we went to that convenience store, because we are all, Oegugins, they were very curious to know, like, if we were idols, because we had, we had members with colored hair. So it's like, 혹시, are you an idol? And then after that, they just keep giving us, when we go to that convenience store, free service stuff.
Does
Like,
he or
it's
she
free.
still give you guys that?
We
The free
moved
stuff?
out in that
Oh my
area,
God, no.
so we're away from our ajumma. So sad.
I'm
but
surprised that he or she recognized you guys were foreigners
Yeah.
because it was really hard to tell whether you guys were not. It was for me.
Yeah. Especially my other members, when we're together, sometimes even in the Philippines,
Yeah.
they sometimes, when we have our full
They see you
makeup
as foreigners,
on,
right?
Yeah, they do, and they sometimes like speak behind our backs, like we don't understand it. Like, oh, here comes the Koreans. Like,
What?
we're not. We're from your country, bro.
Wait, so what other ridiculous things did you guys hear?
Oh,
on your
like
back?
a lot of stuff, like what? Oh my gosh, they're like so white, because the skin in our country is very tan.
Yeah.
Like, because
Right.
it's a tropical country.
Yeah.
So then they would make comments about our skin tone and all
Right.
of that, because we were in Korea
right,
at that
right.
time.
You don't see sunlight here. You
Yeah.
see basement.
we see basement, we see training room and dance rooms
Yeah.
all the day.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, so they were very shocked about seeing us, and they were speaking in our language, which they assumed we didn't understand,
Yeah.
which we did.
Yeah.
And I was like, hindi po, taga dito po kami. Oh, I just said, no, we're from here. I told them directly, like, no, we're from here. Like, do not disown us. We were just away for a couple
Yeah.
of months, but
Yeah.
we're back.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a funny story, but it wasn't precisely an advice on how to make new friends in a new environment.
It wasn't.
So,
it wasn't.
So your advice probably is wait until you get recognized by other strangers on the
Wait
street.
until they
Yeah.
mistake you for the country you're living in. I think yeah, it's hard to make friends,
it is,
especially if you don't really have that much time.
Right.
Because I think the most natural way to build friendship is having common interests together.
Right.
It's like liking a band or a group together, music, or maybe going to a club together.
Oh.
Or maybe like going to like those pottery stuff, those lessons, like cooking
yeah,
lessons,
that'd be
and
fun.
that could be a place where you can find friends.
Like hobby classes.
Yeah, hobby classes,
Yeah.
cooking classes,
Great.
same
And
interests.
okay, anything from you, Alexa?
My case was kind of interesting because when I first moved out here, fortunately enough, one of my hometown friends that I knew since I graduated high school, she moved out here a year before me and she became an English teacher. So I had her out here immediately, but we lived very far apart. Plus, she was still in college, so like it was really hard to hang out.
Does she still live in this country?
Oh yeah, no, we're back. Yeah, I literally just was with her earlier.
That's so cool.
Yeah, she's a real one.
Yeah.
But also because before I moved out here, I had the chance to meet and interact with people in the industry beforehand.
Right.
So when I formally moved out here, I was like, hey, can you introduce me to people? Da, da, da. But if that's not the case, I did the most basic touristy foreigner thing I could do because I used to live near Hongdae. I would go out and watch busking. And I would meet people, and literally one of my friends that I met, the first friend I met organically in Korea, she got married last year. Yeah, and she came out here with her husband, and then, we hung out and everything.
It's surprising
so-
you still keep in touch with that person, though.
Yeah, I mean, I lost contact with her for a bit because, I had to delete my social media and my TikTok and everything, so. But, yeah.
Wow. So how did you guys become so tight after all those?
I'm just a very social person. This person's an I, which is what is concerning.
Right.
But maybe put yourself in, like, the busiest cafe in your area or, like, go to a bar that's popping or something. But, yeah.
Great. Well, club sounds really amazing because Korea, we have all sorts of different clubs from like running clubs or what do you call that workout routine thing?
Like
Pilates and what else? Yoga.
CrossFit.
CrossFit is the one. CrossFit one.
CrossFit, Zumba.
Yeah. Zumba. What's Zumba? I mean,
Zumba
I
is
heard of Zumba,
aerobic
but I can't really tell the
Aerobic
difference
dance.
between other dances.
Aerobic dance. It's like
How's it different?
it kind of makes you look like you're working out, but you're doing it repeatedly. So, for
Yeah.
example,
It's
if
like
you
punch
would,
1,
yeah,
2, 3, 4.
And next question. When I actually saw a Zumba class, because there's a Zumba place right next to where I live, so I had an opportunity to witness one of their classes, and I couldn't really tell the difference move-wise, but the only difference I noticed was they scream out Zumba, Zumba for some reason. Why do they do that?
I didn't know that.
Imagine going to like, I don't know, the gym and someone's like, a deadlift.
Yeah, shoulder press.
Shoulder press. Walking lunge.
I mean, that's what they were literally doing. I got so confused. Is that what differentiates Zumbas from other
It's not
type
a
of
cult,
dance?
bro.
Running.
No, it's not a cult.
Running.
I don't know.
Bro, it could be a cult. and they love
And that
Zumba
wasn't
much.
the only word that she was screaming, but there were a couple of words that she was literally screaming, but which I could not hear what she was saying, but it was kind of blurred out. It was something like, and when a song was over, every one of the members in the class screaming for some reason, like, and I was like, interesting. That's what Zumba is all about. Maybe I
werewolf
should
meme.
consider joining them in the future.
Hey, do it.
Sounds I mean, it sounded liberating to me for some reason. So maybe it could be a great option for an introverted person like yourself because you still haven't found the inner extrovert side of yours. So maybe a great chance for you to find that part of yourself. And the second one that I want to recommend to you is go to a coin laundry shop as many times as possible, because that's a great place to make a new local friends. That's where I got most of my friends around where I live.
The
Well,
laundromat.
friends, well, most of them are ajashis because they tend to
Acquaintances.
approach me first for how I look. First off, they usually start off the conversation, where'd you get all those tattoos from? I'm like, what are you, some sort of like the shady guys? I'm like, no, sir. What
The
are you
secret
talking
is
about?
get tattoos.
Get tattooed.
Get tattoos and let people ask.
I am just one of those ordinary musicians, radio DJ, all those friendly figures that I can be in my life. And they're like, oh, interesting. Tell me about your life, because I got nothing but time, son.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that you have additional 2 hours you're stuck in this place. And I'm like, okay, let's open up a conversation. What are you interested in, sir? And most of the time they're interested in politics stuff, which I'm not so familiar of. So that's a huge no. And I usually lead the conversation by letting them know more about music. And there are a lot of great artists in recent days. But I'm pretty sure you are not interested, sir, because most of them turn out to be fan of like the first generation singers from this country and all that. But still, coin laundry is quite a great option for me. That worked out well, and hope our advice helped you in any way, Jie Moon. And thank you so much for sending in the message for the first time. All right, with that, I would love to recommend you a song called 꿈과 책과 힘과 벽 by 잔나비. In English, it's called Dreams, Books, Power, and Walls, because for now, your dream is to make new friends in your neighborhood. And by reading books at a book club along with other strangers, you might be able to achieve that, and you will find the inner power within you, the extroverted version of yourself, and you will eventually be able to break down the wall of introvert.
Break down the
Right.
Whoa.
And with that, we are gonna call it a day with this song. Since it has such a long name, I'm gonna recap it real quick. 꿈과 책과 힘과 벽, Dreams, Books, Power, and Walls by 잔나비. This was your DJ Samuel Hall, along with the amazing artists from this industry, AleXa and VINCI. All right, shall we say goodbye together in 3, 2, 1?